Hey, my name is Dhruv and I'm a tutor at Tutor Here. And this is the second video in a two-part series on circles. So let's get started. What we established in the previous video was the different relationships between the circumference, the diameter, and the radius. The radius is any length from the center of the circle to any point on the circle. This length is equidistant from the center to any point on the circle. And there are infinite numbers of radiuses that you can draw from the center towards the circle. Your diameter is the longest chord that you can draw on a circle, and it most definitely passes through the center. All right. Since it passes through the center, it's made up of two radiuses, and we've represented that as an equation here, where your radius is diameter divided by 2. All right. What we also calculated and intuitively understood was, what is the circumference? The circumference was the length of the outer boundary of the circle. And we calculated that using this formula right here, which is circumference is equal to 2 pi r. This formula can also be written as pi d because twice of radius is equal to the diameter. We also came across an interesting constant, which is called pi, which holds a value which is 3.14159. And this is an infinite number. And the special thing about pi is that this is the ratio of the circumference to the diameter, and this is constant for all circles. This is a really special constant that we studied about, and you will be encountering this constant throughout your mathematical journey. All right. So what we want to establish in this video right now is to calculate the area of the circle and to solve a few questions with different variables so that you get a feel of how the questions are. All right. So first of all, let's think about what is the area of this circle. Let me just mark it here. All right, this is the circle. We want to find out the area. The area is, let me just shade the area that you want to find out. It's all of this. All right, so think of it like you're going to the market. There's a carpet, which is in the shape of a circle, and you just want to find out the area. All right, so this is the area that we want to calculate. Okay, and let's say our radius for this question is 5 meters. All right, 5 meters. Okay, so the area, the formula for the area of a circle is given by pi r square. Okay, sorry, pi r square. All right, so that is the formula that gives you the area of the circle. Now, since we found out that the circumference to diameter is a constant called pi, let's do the same for this equation as well. So it will be a divided by r square, okay, is equal to pi. All right. Now, if you think about it, what is r square? Like, this is the radius, okay? This is the radius. Well, let me just draw it here. So r square is actually the area of a square whose side is r, all right? So r square is the area of a square whose side is r, and a is the area of this circle whose radius is r, all right? So the ratio between the area of the circle and the area of the square is what is giving you a pi. And this is an interesting property. So let's keep that in mind. Let's actually solve for this question. Let me just change the color. Okay, there. Let's solve the question now. Let's calculate the area if the radius is 5 meters, all right? So it's pi r square, which would be pi, all right, into r square. R is 5. 5 into 5 would be 25. So you would get 25 pi, all right? That would be your area. Let's not calculate pi because it's a complicated number. You multiply it, you'll get a huge number, which will have decimal places right after it. So let's not get into that. Let's keep it in a pi format, all right? Now, here's an interesting question. What do you think is the unit for area? Because radius has a unit meters raised to the power 1, all right? Meters. In your formula for area, you see that it's pi r square. So it's r into r, which means your unit would be meter into meter. So the unit that you would use for area is meter square, all right? So the answer would be 25 pi meters square, all right? This is our final answer. So let's go and let's solve a few questions where we are given different quantities to calculate, okay? All right, so what have we here? So this, let's say there's a circle with a diameter 12, and they've told us to find the area. Now, the first thing you should do is just draw it on your circle so that you can understand it better. let me just draw the diameter. So if the diameter is 12, I know that the radius is half the diameter. So the radius would be 12 divided by 2, which is 6. So this is 6, radius is 6, and this length is also 6. All right, from this point till the center, and then from the center to this point again. All right, let me just write R is equal to 6 meters. Okay, here we have it. And the area formula is pi r square. So let me just write A is equal to pi into r square, which would be 6 into 6. Okay, and 6 into 6 would give you 36. So that'll be 36 pi. And what was the unit that we learned just above there? The unit is meter square. It's 6 meters into 6 meters gives you 36 meters square. So here we have it. Area is equal to 36 pi meters square. All right, pretty simple, yeah? Let's go to the next one. Okay, so in this question, we've been given the circumference, all right? The circumference is given as 8 pi meters, all right? So first of all, you should think, okay, I want to find out the area. What is the formula for area? Area is pi r square. So what I need is the radius. Am I given the radius? No, I'm not given the radius. I'm given the circumference. Is there any way that I can calculate the radius using the circumference of the circle? Yeah, you can, because you have the relationship formula between the circumference and the radius, which is that the circumference is equal to 2 times pi r, all right? Okay, so let's just change the color for this. Let's just, yeah, here we have it. Okay, so circumference is equal to 2 pi r, all right? And circumference is 8 pi. So let's just substitute the value of circumference over here. 8 pi is equal to 2 pi r, okay? Divide pi on both sides, it's gone. Divide 2 on both sides, you're left with a radius is equal to 8 divided by 2, which is 4. All right, what is the unit? Since the unit was meters over here, we write meters again. So here we have found the radius, which is 4 meters, okay? Now can we use this to find out the area? Yes, you can, because area is equal to pi r square. So let's write area is equal to pi into 4 again, all right? And this would be equal to 16, sorry about my handwriting, 16 pi meter square, all right? Meter square. So here we have calculated the area. What you need to keep in mind about questions like this is you have to kind of think with the information that I'm given, can I find out the solution? It might need a direct step, like here you were given the diameter. So you can just find out the radius and then you can substitute the radius in the area formula, right? When you come to the next question, we were given the circumference. We did not have the radius. So you had to step outside and you had to substitute the formula for circumference and the radius, find out the radius, and then put that value inside the formula for the area, right? So this was a one-step process. This was a two-step process. So based on what information you're given, try to find out the middle blocks, and then ultimately you will get the final block, all right? Thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions or any comments, please leave them in the comment section below, and I hope to see you next time. Thank you.